Good evening, fellow graduates, deans, administrators, parents, family, friends, acquaintances, siblings, and maybe less than willing guests. Wow, geez, that was a whole lot of work, huh? Especially that last stretch of finals. That wasn't exactly the hashtag 3LOL we always heard about. I feel like I was just dug out of 6 feet of books, which has got me thinking about how the process of going through law school is kind of like the process of grieving. I'm saying, like, if you've ever watched any sitcom, you're familiar with the whole stage of grief thing. They've got episodes on this. It's just like law school. Bear with me. First, you've got denial. Before we ever even entered law school, all of us had a certain naivete. All of our families were proud. We were excited and boasting about the new adventures in law that were to come. We dismissed the other students that would roam the halls during admitted students' days that would warn us about time management, the amount of weight we would gain, or the sleep that they fondly remembered. I particularly remember saying to myself, I'm gonna make the most out of my summer before law school because I'll be so busy. This sounded smart, except in retrospect, I should have been reading ahead as much as humanly possible. Once our first year began, we started to go through the next stage, anger. This emotion was tied with frustration, stress, and loss, or in some circumstances, gain of appetite. We spent sleepless nights trying to figure out the rule against perpetuity, only to learn that it's never actually used in real life. We suffered through daily cold calls, like that first time sitting in contracts. Some of us in Professor Wittenberg's class may remember resembling a deer in headlights with a look of fear, not knowing what 2207 was on our first day, only to go home and memorize the entire family of contract formation. We somehow survived oral arguments, all-nighters, and a particularly difficult snowpocalypse. In our second years, we excelled at bargaining. We knew the game. We survived our first year and knew the best times and where to sneak a nap. We negotiated with our bodies on when to eat meals based on what school group was having an event. We paid for things using our Lexus points. We honed our existing caffeine habits into crippling dependencies. Outline banks became our new best friends, along with our ever-so-handy blue book for intense site-checking sessions and term papers. We successfully haggled with our schedules, when to study, when to read incredibly lengthy dissents, when to tell our bosses we needed a day off to take an exam, and most importantly, when to see our families. This brings us to where every student here knows, the next stage of law school, the numbing, constricting depression that sets in sometime during the final year, with the looming darkness of the bar exam and job search. Somewhere beyond the clouds. We were all pretty much used to the amount of stress at this point, and unfortunately, evening students had to endure not only 3, but 4 years of this. Today, we have entered our last stage of law school, acceptance. Acceptance that it is all over, but also gratitude to a school that made each stage worthwhile. We will also be forever appreciative to family and friends that consistently provided support and understanding. We can now ascend into any path we plan to take with the necessary skills provided by Suffolk's outstanding faculty and administration. Today, my fellow graduates, we celebrate. We celebrate the lifelong friendships that emerge through each stage. We celebrate the time staying up late, studying the rules of evidence together. We celebrate making terrible legal puns that no other friends would tolerate. We celebrate the euphoria after finishing exams and heading to sidebar or dominating karaoke at Wild Rover. Suffolk was an incredible experience. It involved going to class each day with like-minded individuals that were all striving to be positive forces in society, making life a little better for those struggling with their legal issues, be it immigration help, assistance with a new tech startup, or advocating for children in juvenile cases. For me personally, Suffolk has allowed me to find my voice as a Muslim woman in the legal field. Now that we have completed our 5 stages of law school, the capabilities and opportunities are endless, as we are now finely tuned law school machines. With a mechanical intensity, we powered through and emerged highly trained and highly skilled. Today is a day of celebration and realization of the great honor and responsibility it is to be lawyers. We have the skills and determination to bring about real change, upholding the values instilled in our profession of justice and equality. Congratulations, class of 2017. We did it. We did the unthinkable. And as the great Fleetwood Mac would say, you can go your own way.